Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today to discuss Rangers' dismal performance at Tynecastle as we went down 2-1. I know you're all busy, and I really do appreciate you taking time to watch these videos that I do, so to save you a little bit of time tonight, don't bother watching this and just go back and watch the one from last January when we lost at Rugby Park, because that was exactly what happened here. Again, today Rangers took the lead, but then a mistake gave away a goal and Rangers never really recovered and ended up conceding the winner with a few minutes to go. However, there was a slight difference to that because that game at Kilmarnock, Rangers actually did start very well. That kind of gets forgotten about in the aftermath of the Joe Worrell mistake. You can say that today. Rangers were outfought, outbattled, and in the end they were out-desired by a Hearts team who were bottom of the league and had only won 2 matches all season. It's unacceptable. It's not a result that you can put down as just a blip, unfortunately. You have to say that in no way should Rangers have lost that match today. And the players who have been so good all season, they need to take the responsibility for it. We just didn't get going at all. They looked a wee bit surprised that they were in a battle. Hearts, like I say, just were flying into everything. But who couldn't have predicted that before the game? Rangers had a taste of it earlier this season when they went to Tynecastle. But the same thing happened. The midfield was not at it at all today. Steve Davis was awful. Ryan Jack, who I think is carrying a knock and in fact had to go off at half-time, he was probably the best of the three. Glenn Kamara had a nightmare, culminating in giving the ball away for the goal. When he's not playing well, Glenn Kamara has this weird tendency when he gets caught on the ball to just stop. He doesn't play it to someone else, he doesn't kick it out of play, doesn't beat his man, he just stops and he gets the ball taken off him. It happened 5 or 6 times today before it happened for the goal. I don't know if it's a confidence issue with him. We know he's a good player. I don't know if it's just a form issue with him, but it's definitely an element he's got to get out of his game. If in doubt, Glenn, go back to the simple things. Put it out. If a teammate isn't offering you an option, put it out and then ask the teammate why he's not doing it. Have the word with him. But don't just stand there and wait to have the ball taken off you. And after that had happened, then Rangers again were caught up in it. Tynecastle was going mad. They sensed something was on. Deflected goal. One of those days for Rangers ended up costing us it. Obviously, we were missing 2 of our key players today. Alfredo, well, we know what he brings. He's saved us a few times at Tynecastle already in his Rangers career and would probably have done a little bit better with some of the chances that Rangers did make today. But he was out. And James Tavernier, I'll need to hold my hand up here and say that because of the era I grew up in, I was fortunate enough to see guys like Souness and Butcher and Goff, and that's my idea of a Rangers leader, you know, someone who gets in your faces and is shouting and bawling in command. And at times I've questioned James Tavernier's leadership, and now I realise that his leadership is a different kind, but no less vital. He leads by example. He leads by always being available for a ball, by never giving up, by never hiding, by always wanting the ball no matter how well or how badly he's playing. And without that, today we badly lacked it. I don't quite understand why the manager replaced him with John Flanagan. He's a completely different type of player and it doesn't suit our system. And again, with Jermaine Defoe, we heard a lot from the players this week about how that they were going to realise that they had to play a bit different when Jermaine was in the team, but we didn't. We ended up just knocking the ball long to him, and that's not fair. Suter was always going to win that battle. So what next? Well, like I say, it's deja vu all over again for us from last year. I'd hoped that the St Mirren win, even though it was a poor performance, would help Rangers on and we'd go on and start to show that last year was wrong. Well, it came back to haunt us today, so they need to turn up on Wednesday night and get the 3 points. With 3 home games coming up, we need to take 9 points. It's that simple. I'm not questioning the team's mentality, believe it or not, because after the League Cup final, that would have been a team that collapsed if they were going to collapse. That's when they would have felt sorry for themselves. I actually wonder if it's more a physical thing, because that's 2 years in a row where we've came back from this mini pre-season in the winter break and not showing up. So I wonder if it's more that than a mentality thing, because like I say, if this team had no strong mentality after that League Cup final defeat, they would have collapsed. They didn't. They got up and they got stronger. So I've still got a lot of faith that this Rangers side can do it. So let's make sure it is a blip. Let's not play like that again, lads, eh? And hopefully on Wednesday night when I'm talking to you, we'll all be in a better mood. Thanks very much for listening to me. Take care. Bye-bye.